FC25, a game with a lot of issues, and today we'll be going over 10 things wrong with FC25 career mode which need to be fixed for FC26. Hey guys, I'm Ronny, and as an avid career mode player, or someone who likes career mode, it's definitely a game mode with a lot of potential that EA need to tap into. There's been a lot of neglection for it and most of the other modes that's not named Ultimate Team. So today I'll be going over 10 things that are wrong with FC25 career mode. Both player and manager will get love. Now the first one is one that's a personal issue of mine that I've experienced so often, and it impacts my player career mode series if you have watched that. And if you wonder why there's so few highlights, this is the reason. It's highlight balls flying out of the pitch. Basically a guaranteed chance that it's gonna fly off the pitch and you won't get a chance to even touch the ball. There's the odd time where you're able to run and keep it on, but after that there's not much you can do. And this is an issue that really annoys me and EA need to fix because it's such a simple thing. But it happens so often and makes highlights unplayable sometimes because there'll be games where the only highlights you get are those ones where it flies off the pitch. Sticking to the theme of highlights, the next one is those highlight games where you'll be playing a small team or just any team in general, and like you'll be 3-0 up in the 81st minute and somehow you draw the game 3-3. Like, where have these teams got all these goals from? Why are they prime Barcelona now? Like, it just makes no sense sometimes. The next issue I have is actually to do with the social media posts. They're a cool addition. I like them over the news articles, but just like the news articles, they can be repetitive, number one, although there are some cooler social media posts. The comment sections most of the time are boring and the same thing, but they can be cool. But the thing that I'm really upset about is the glitched posts that say absolute nonsense, like CM slash like whatever in asterisk. And this is an issue that's been in the game since FIFA. Before they even had social media posts, there's always been glitchy news articles or glitchy post whatever, but usually it's like with colors and stuff. But like now they've got the words that don't even say actual sentences, and really you've had so much time to fix it. I don't know why it's still broken. Now for my manager career mode players, this one is going to resonate with you guys a lot. It's the unrealistic board objectives that you are given at the beginning of a season. The nice thing is at least now they've added it so you can't be fired, but still it impacts your manager rating, and it's really annoying because why do I need to sign 3 South American attackers? I already have the best team in the world. I don't need 3 South American attackers. And I get it for brand exposure, maybe you want that, but that's not something that you fire someone for or their job becomes in jeopardy for. It doesn't make sense. It should not be that deep. I don't understand why the board objectives are like that, and even other things, not just those things. Some of the things that they want you to do, just it's annoying, especially like the youth academy things. Like you can have a 95 rated team, but they want you to find players with potential higher than it. And they really need to fix it and update it because it's outdated and it does not work as it should. And another one in player career mode, which is really like it takes away from the fun of the game, it's how easy it is to level up. Like after one season you're already the best player in the world. They need to put in some system that makes it so that you actually need to play more to level up, kind of like pro clubs. Or they should make it so that when your player reaches certain achievements in his career, like let's say scoring 5 goals or something, that helps them level up, like that gives them skill points, like how they did in FIFA 16. Because the way it is now, you could literally not play and just do training sessions to become the best player in the world, which is just completely unrealistic. And I get it, some people do like to play with that and be quick to level up, but they should make it so that there is a way to level up slowly. Like if you guys have played PES 2018 before, or any PES game, that's just the one that I have, you will see the way that they level up is when you play well, then it upgrades some of your stats, and they need to do something like that because that makes the game a lot more fun and more rewarding to play rather than just getting max level after one season. That is something that they need to fix to make player career mode more enjoyable. Now back to manager career mode, another one. This one is a bit smaller, but it can really ruin a career mode as it did in my career mode, which you are seeing in the background. It's unrealistic player messages. Now, the ones that don't ruin your career mode are the ones where your 67 rated third choice striker is asking you to play in the Champions League final or some big game. And that can be annoying, but usually you can just shrug them off. But the ones that I'm talking about is when you have a player and you sub him off 2 times and now all of a sudden he wants to leave your club because you don't play him. And this happened to me with my star centre back from my youth academy. He had 90 plus potential, he was going to grow the rest of the group, but because I subbed him off twice, he was like, I want to leave this club, put in a transfer request, and I had to sell him, because otherwise you get fired. And it's really, they need to fix it, because again, it's such a simple thing. Like, yes, players may not want to get subbed off, but you're not going to want to leave a club after getting subbed off twice. Now the next problem I've got is transfers. Now you may be wondering what I mean by transfers. I just mean transfers in general, as in the amount of things you can do when making transfers is very limited. Like swap deals, yes, it's a cool addition and definitely needed, but the fact that you can't like customize swap deals, like have more than one player in it, because you can do that in swap deals in real life, have more than one player, or on a player have a sell-on clause, or loan a player and still do a swap deal, but it's just not possible in the game. And then there's also like buying players and loaning them back out, something like that. Also adding buyback clauses, that would be very nice for like if you're getting rid of youth academy players. And these are things that have been in the game before, but EA decided to move for some reason. This also have things that haven't been in the game before. That would be cool additions, like being able to build relationships with certain clubs and making transfers between the two clubs easier, because that is something that happens in real life and it's really not that hard to do. They have press conference morale, all those things. So I feel like having relationships with clubs is not a hard thing to do, making them like less likely to walk out of negotiations or something like that. Also adding like obligation to buy. I know that there's an option to buy, but they're like maybe an obligation, or like if you meet certain requirements then you do this. Also with transfers, add-on fees, add-ons, like if you win the league then you get plus 7 million, things like that, that can just make transfers easier to do and also more realistic and also more fun. Another issue that I have that I think will be a bit hard to do with licensing and all those things is international competitions. There's just no international competitions. There's the Euros and the World Cup. Euros have qualifiers, World Cup does not. The lack of national teams is really sad. The thing is, in PES, old PESs, you could have every single national team in the game, even if they put fake players, but surely it's not that hard to do that, even if you like give them fake names or something. But the fact there's no AFCON, there's no Copa America, there's no qualifiers for the World Cup or anything, it makes the national team football kind of pointless. Even the World Cup, surely World Cup is all copyrighted. You can name it World Cup, give it a name, not just International Cup or whatever. And also some nice licensing, like just make it look nicer. Like the Euros, I think it's called like European Championship, whatever. It's at least got a little bit to it. The International Cup has nothing to it. It's just like a random tournament that you make. I feel like you can do more with international competition. Right now it's very saturated, but I'm not sure how hard that would be to do, because I don't know about all the copyright things. But PES did have national teams, so surely it can't be that hard. My penultimate problem is not a specific thing, but it's just to do with the game in general, and it's the fact there's not enough to do in career mode. Manager career mode does have more things to do, as in you can have more fun, you can do a lot of things, rebuilds, all of that kind of thing, but there is still more things that you could add to it. Like maybe you could add the ability to be a scout yourself or something like that. With manager career mode, it's really just different ways that you can control the club, things like that. But player career mode is where my real issue lies, because player career mode is a mode with so much potential and there's so many things that they could do with it. They could add small things like maybe being able to retire from your nation, or having multiple allegiances. You could be Portuguese and German and you get the choice to choose for one, like one calls you up and then the other one also does, or only one calls you up, something like that. Or even having a youth part of your career, like in youth academies, which is optional and it's not a lot of effort to play. It's just a few games and then you can get selected for your country, like under 17, something like that. Or just adding something that you can do outside of actually playing football, even if it's not too dissimilar from the actual playing of the game, but just some small things, like maybe some Easter eggs or mini games that you could play. Maybe being able to have a family or go home when you're injured and watch your team, or be able to actually choose to do things like build relationships with players, which is something, again, it's not hard to do, to be able to build relationships with players and gain chemistry with them and maybe send them messages. Like they already have kind of with manager rating and that system where you win player of the month and then you can say thank your fans or whatever. There should be a relationship with players, either individual players or the players as a whole. I feel like it's not that hard to do that. Also in the locker rooms, I feel like you should be able to do stuff like they've got cutscenes, but there's nothing you can do in the cutscenes. And I feel like even just adding, like taking a little bit from the journey and adding something so you have multiple choice things to do in the cutscenes, I feel like that would be nice. Also adding like a voice to your player, giving your player a voice, that would also be cool. So maybe Ultimate Team is a mode that EA focuses on a bit too much, because I feel like it is a good mode, it's a nice mode, it's fun, but they tried to do too much with it and it doesn't have that much potential. Like, it's probably the game mode with the least potential out of Pro Club's career mode. It doesn't really have that much to it. It's what it is. They add too many promos, they're trying too hard, and I feel like Ultimate Team is the mode that you need to do the least with. Out of the other modes, those are the modes you need to try hard in, especially Pro Clubs and career modes, player career mode specifically. Now, my final point is one that we can all see. Your mom can see, your dad can see, your grandmother can see, your cousin can see, everybody can see. It's the lack of effort put into career mode. It's so obvious. They've got a lot of cool things that they could just do so much more with, and you can see that they don't want to, like the buying things that you get personality points with. There's so much more you can do with that. You can maybe customize the loading screen, something like that. Be able to buy things that you can put on your character, like for cutscenes. Like if they added cutscenes, then you could buy like earrings, because I don't know, people like things like that, which you obviously can't run on the pitch, but in the cutscenes you have it. Things like that. There's just so little effort put into it. Also being able to take after 2K, which they made, EA made 2K, the story mode that they've got there. If they added that, there would be so many more players. Even the online career mode that people talk about, adding something like that would increase the amount of career mode players by a lot. And it's something that they've done before, and I feel like football is really the game where that would work, because it's such a global sport and there's so much you could do with it. But EA just care about their pockets, they just care about Ultimate Team. But really, if you made career mode, or any other mode for that matter, really good, people would buy your game and you could make money from people buying your game. You're already like a billionaire company. I can guarantee you do not need all that money. You even broke your contract with FIFA. You don't have that anymore. You don't have to pay them whatever it was they were getting from you, like 30% or something. You don't have it anymore. So really, career mode should be getting better, and I feel like they're just not really trying. They try to make it look as if they're doing a lot for it. The career mode trailer will be coming out in like 2 weeks or something, and there will be hype, but we all know that they're gonna disappoint because EA do it every time. I really don't know how long we've been waiting for this open world career mode that leakers have been saying is gonna be added to the game. They've been saying it since FIFA 23, and we're still waiting. And I can guarantee you it's not gonna be in FC26. There's no chance that they're gonna do that in FC26. I really don't even know what they're gonna add. There will probably be some useless thing that doesn't really add much to the game. But career mode is an area that EA really need to look at and improve. I think it's probably too late for them to see this video and change for FC26, but for FC27, they really need to step up the game. Because I can guarantee you, if PES still existed and they improved their graphics and the gameplay a bit, the gameplay is fun, but some things of it are a bit like clunky. If they improve that, I can guarantee you the only people that will still be playing FIFA are people that like Ultimate Team. Otherwise, people would not be playing it. Pro Clubs as well. But PES genuinely had potential, but they've ruined it, and I feel like that's also impacted how much effort EA put into their modes. Because when you look at PES career mode, it was done better than EA's by a big margin, a very big margin. And there's things that EA could have taken from them, which they've kind of done now, like being able to choose which club you want to go to, but they've also taken away transfers, which I feel like, why am I moving for free every time? I want to be able to move for money to see how much I'm worth, stuff like that. But they've removed it for no reason. They could keep transfer fees, but also you're able to choose which club to play for. But what do I know? I'm just a YouTuber with 2,000 subscribers. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if I should make a sequel to this video before the career mode trailer comes out. About 10 more things. Let me know in the comments your suggestions for things that need to be added to the game. And see you next time. Goodbye.
CB hollow, 7 minds will always follow. For that short time of the Apollo into the big scene and borrow. I'm out the king of sorrow. I don't know weakness, I won't show. Like J. Cole, I will blow. Disregard your so being past tails like I've been up here, bro.